everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 3 of the New 52 Green Lantern series. Now, as you know, Green Lantern, much like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and so many others, were part of the New 52 series that was meant to relaunch and kind of restart the whole DC universe. Now, some of the issues, like Batman as well as Green Lantern, continued after the original continuity. I do have a theory that some of these stories were planned before the reboot happened. So the cover has Sinestro dealing with a whole army of his former followers, and the story starts off with Carol returning to her apartment after her date with Hal Jordan. We see how Carol gets a phone call from Tom and is pretty much let known that Hal Jordan's back in action, and even Carol's surprised that Sinestro is working with Hal Jordan, and we kind of see Hal saying, "So you want me to help you take out the corpse you created? They've gone against everything I instructed them to. They've taken control of Korugar. They've imprisoned and tortured my people." And of course, we kind of see how Sinestro tries to get him to help him out, and of course, it kind of becomes clear that he never really wanted to become a Green Lantern, and wants to help fix the sort of mistakes his followers have been making. And of course, we see how since Hal wants to go back to Carol to talk with her, we kind of see how Sinestro tries to make it clear what's more important, his planet or Carol. And of course, we kind of see how Hal gets annoyed with Sinestro and decks him out. And we see him saying, "The ring might be programmed not to touch you, but I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm coming with you. I'm gonna help you clean up your mess, but I don't think you're better than me." And we see how Sinestro makes it clear that he is better than him, and that he already knows it. And this is like him trying to provoke him. And we see how they fly off, and we see how the other Guardians have programmed Gannett back with his emotionless state, and we kind of see how they've planned to kind of replace the Green Lanterns due to their faults and the Manhunters with the Third Army, which will later appear in one of the later issues halfway through. And of course, we kind of see how Hal starts to get all cocky again, happy that he's got his lantern ring back. But of course, we see how Sinestro has a plan to use a Green Lantern battery in the sort of Yellow Lantern battery. And of course, points out they need to wait till sunset and no flying that. But of course, they also have to dim down their Green Lantern suit colours. And of course, they fly down. And we see how Hal wonders why he was never taught this trick before, but Sinestro points out that the Guardians didn't like the other Lanterns knowing too much about their rings. And of course, we kind of see how everyone is being hoarded by the Yellow Lanterns, one of them saying, "This one doesn't go to the cells. This one smells good. Tom Rutrow. She's ripe." And of course, we see Tom Rutrow saying, "I am in agreement with Slush. The idea of Sinestro going back to the Green Lanterns is unthinkable." And of course, we kind of see how Sinestro knows they have to stand down. But of course, one of the Korugarians take on Slush and try to kill him. And it turns out Sinestro knows who she is. And of course, this is where Sinestro goes head on, and we kind of see how Hal has to fly with the Lantern battery. And just as he goes in, he sees one of the Yellow Lanterns saying, "A Green Lantern! There's one over here! I've always wanted to kill a Green!" And of course, gets his head blown up, saying, "Get in line." And of course, we see him flying to the battery, something going wrong. And this is where we think Hal's gonna get killed, but even though it's clearly he's not going to. And yeah, this is the story. So I think issue 3, kind of alright. Like I said, I think the early issues with Green Lantern and Batman were kind of a cluster dump. And I think, yeah, I know later on Rebirth and other stories did try to fix the mistakes that some of the new 52 made, or some continued with the characters that they had. I think, while not a bad story, it still deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.